I know. Stand still. I'm trying to get you lined up properly for the camera. Hang on. There you go. Wait, there. No, too bright. There we go. Here we are. Oh, hey everybody. Good evening, and welcome to the latest episode with ChrisandBrick. Tonight we are keeping it kind of loose. It's Friday night, and we're kind of wild and crazy. So Brick and I were just talking about some self-observations and some self-reflections that we think of ourselves. One of the things that Brick had just shared with me was that next week, by the way, I have a couple of doctor's appointments, just regular routine checkup things. But one of the things that I'm going to be having checked out is my cholesterol, blood pressure, all the normal stuff. And it occurred to Brick that he wasn't quite sure what the appropriate health measure is to know if Brick is in good shape or not. Meaning, blood pressure. If there's a sign of any kind of blood pressure, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because we don't really know. I guess there hasn't been a whole lot of anatomical study done on Brick's per se. So I was thinking of maybe taking Brick's blood pressure later, except that I don't have a blood pressure cuff. So I can do a pulse check, I guess, except I don't know where the pulse part would be. Maybe here. Maybe I don't want to do that. I don't know. I'll figure it out later. But so it gave rise to some thoughts about what the actual sort of health standards are for a Brick. If Brick's arteries are soft or hard, which one is right? Right? I would assume soft arteries would be bad news, but that's only because Brick seems to be pretty solid. In any case, that was just one of the things that came up. In my case, in the case of my own personal health, I actually realized that I would probably be healthier myself if I made a few minor adjustments with my routines. Like if I ate some healthy food, that would be a good start. Probably if I drank water, that could help. It might also help if I if I breathe regularly, don't hold my breath periodically, which I don't know if I do or not, but I'm just assuming it's possible. And then there was one other thing. Maybe if I slept occasionally, that would probably be good as well. So those are some things that I've been contemplating, and I'll probably talk them over with my doctor next week, and I'll give you guys an update just so you know how it goes. See if any of those things might actually play a part in improving my overall health and continuing to just keep me moving along. On a separate note, I also wanted to share a few other observations, and these are just, again, they're kind of random, but they're things that came up throughout the day. One of the things I realized was that I don't think I could ever actually be in the Mafia, and the reason is it's not because of the robberies or the crime in general. Honestly, I mean, I don't think that's really the issue. I think for me the problem is truly that one part where they want to stick your finger and prick it to have the blood oath thing. Like the needle thing just freaks me out so much that I think I'd have to pass. So I can't do the Mafia. So that's a hard no for me, for anybody that's in the Mafia that might have been thinking about seeing if I wanted to join. So thank you, but I'm gonna politely decline. And I also really don't want to do the any of the crimes or the drugs or anything either. It's just too much. So anyway, another thing that happened the other day, after I did the video regarding the whole dangers of cats. If you'll recall, I had my schematic drawing here. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a little bit bright with the light there. There it is. But there was an outpouring. Apparently, there are a number of you that would like to see some more of my artistic ability. So I'm actually considering starting my own artistic style. And so, since this one, and I've already gotten a request for a copy of the Anatomy of the Cat. So I have also done, just as a little taste test for you guys, a basic diagram of Douglas. Let me see if I can get it in here. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. There's a little bit of a glare. But anyway, it's a basic diagram of Douglas. You can see there he's got some feet. He's got some hair. There's a fire hydrant. He doesn't actually have a fire hydrant, but if he did, I think he would probably pee there. So I wrote that that's where he would pee. But right next to it, I also wrote that he would pee other places because I don't think he really cares where he pees. And then there's a bone at the bottom. And the bone is really critical because that's a thing I feel confident he would want to chew on. Point being, though, is that these are some artistic drawings that I think have suddenly taken off. And I really appreciate everyone's I really appreciate your appreciation. So thank you for that, and I will continue to maybe do more of those as requests come in. I'll take those, but so far these were the ones that I just sort of decided on my own. Do have a guest that watches the show on a regular basis. One of our newer followers, her name is Julia. She did ask me to give her a shout out, so hey Julia. And also that she would love to be on the show with her bunny rabbit sometime. And so, we could probably set up like a Zoom conference or something like that where we could have your bunny on, and they could have a nice little chat with me, you, and Brick. And that could be fun. So I'd like to get your feedback on the artwork for sure, because I don't want to really chase it down too hard if it turns out that I'm only doing it just to, and maybe I will just do it for myself. I don't know. I guess I've heard there's some therapeutic value in art. Obviously, I have a talent that I didn't realize I had, how skillful I am. So, I really appreciate you guys seeing the value of it and wanting to include it in your life. So, by the way, that being said, the basic schematic or diagram of Douglas is available. And I will certainly happily email or even text. I have the capability to do both. What else? I think the only other thing that I had on my mind this evening was that I really feel like, and I can't stress this enough, but I really do believe I've discovered that I would be, I think, at least 100 to maybe even 200% more productive on a daily basis. If, after really anything that I do at all, if I could just get a healthy round of applause from somewhere. But I would really like it to be, sincere applause and maybe a little bit of cheering, some whistling, clapping, just something to sort of encourage me to just do anything. Get out of bed, start out with a big round of applause. Would be really cool if, after I come out of the shower, maybe I finish washing some clothes, maybe I pour myself a glass of water and, there's just this overwhelming flood of adulation would be amazing. If I walk in the door coming from the mailbox or something like that, or even on my way to the mailbox, I think that would be kind of cool when I get on the elevator. So that was something that I've been contemplating. I'm not exactly sure how to execute it yet, but I also know that I have a pretty resourceful, audience membership. So I'm definitely looking forward to hearing what your thoughts are on potentially me being able to have a regular sort of productive applause or praise as I do literally anything at all. I don't think it's a lot to ask, and I think I think it would make the people doing the applauding feel good too, right? Like you're cheering someone on, you're making them feel good for just participating. I don't want a trophy. I don't need a participation trophy. I just need an applause. participation applause. So that would be amazing. So give it some thought. Think of maybe some clever ways that we could do that. Maybe we could build an app, and you all can just follow me around and watch, and just make sure that you don't miss out when I'm doing a thing, because I could easily stand up right now, and I mean, if I didn't get applause right then, that seems kind of counterproductive and a little rude. So just, I just want everybody to really be thoughtful. It's 2021. We need to look at things differently, and I think one of the ways that we can do that is by really taking your attention off of yourself and putting it somewhere else, and maybe a little bit more important, like me, for example. I think it'd be really great if you all just paid attention to me. That would be outstanding, and I couldn't imagine a better person to receive nonstop attention than myself. So thank you all again. Brick and I are going to spend the evening getting wild here at the Chris and Brick pad. We may go across the street and check out some other bricks that are hanging out a little later this evening once the sun's finished going down. It's starting to look a little party-like out there in downtown Orlando. So we'll keep you posted, but certainly stay tuned we'll probably have another episode this weekend before the end of the weekend. So we'll look forward to talking to you guys then, and thanks for sitting and listening and kind of hearing a little bit more about who we are and what we are. And that's just a little recap of the self-observation episode is what I'll call it. So have a good night.